They use the enemies you cannot defeat as mindless weapons. You should not argue with someone who happens to be the most authoritative researcher on the history of warfare 3,000 years before the foundation of Absalom. The woman looks at you and flashes a smile. The lecture is over. Do my esteemed listeners have any questions? What is this last war you mentioned? The last war of Gistka, of course, a large-scale conflict that took place 3,000 years before the foundation of Absalom. It was a war against the Osirian pharaoh of forgotten plagues, the war that ended the legendary Gistka Imperium, an epic struggle that became the most vibrant page in military history. Alas, all conflicts that followed it were but a pale shadow, including the one I'm witnessing here. Who are you? I am Indara, a warrior magus and scholar from the classical warfare of Garund. I admit that I am mildly offended by the fact that my name is entirely unfamiliar to you, but I am willing to accept that this is due to the Avastan's isolation from the sophisticated culture of the world at large. Why do you find the last war of Gistka so inspiring? Imagine legions of golems imbued with extraplanar spirits marching into battle. Imagine flying cities that swoop out of the clouds like terrifying monstrous birds of prey to drop forces on top of enemy castles. Picture gigantic mechanisms powered by captive and very angry demons and devils. Imagine standing in the warpath of walking citadels, or having to cover your ears to block out the sound of cannons loaded with shrieking elementals. Finally, imagine the ultimate weapon that defeated the Gistka, the deadly night plague. This affliction was an attack dog, a trained epidemic, a tamed pestilence, striking only those who its masters wanted to kill. Imagine all these terrors and understand that no flight of fancy can even come close to the horror of the nightmares that they made real. And you know so much about the war. I can say without false modesty that there is no more authoritative researcher on Galarian, where it comes to the history of warfare 3,000 years before the foundation of Absalom. I've dedicated my whole life to this subject. I've personally visited old battlefields and studied the most mysterious and forbidden archives containing chronicles of ancient wars, sometimes risking my life in the process. I saw a fallen sky city of the Shori Empire with my own eyes. I ripped out the control crystal from an exterminator-class combat golem that guarded a Gistka laboratory with my own hands. These fingers held the glass flask that the servants of the Pharaoh of the Forgotten Plagues used to create the first generation of pestilence that devastated the Gistka Empire. How do I know so much? I saw and touched everything I'm telling you about. Why did you come here? To witness the legendary war, the confrontation between denizens of the plain, famous for its love of violence, and the crusaders from every continent, united by a common goal of defending their home. An epic struggle of colossal proportions that hasn't been particularly epic so far, truth be told. The monk with a black eye grins. Maybe she just can't see it from here. The view will get more epic if she stops hiding among us and takes a walk outside. You got disfiguring burns from cooking dinner? You're ugly now? Now? What did you cook? He's being so dramatic. Did he burn his little fingy? Chicken. Pan fried chicken. So you got a little bit of oil like splashed onto your arm or something? I burned my arm, thank you very much. Adorable. Next time, cook the pan fried chicken with no shirt on. That'll go over real good.
My my food, my world, my hunger, my cattle, mine, my food.
Yo, what's up, Arcane Agent? How are you? Thank you for the raid. What were you playing? Comrade Lenin for America. What the fuck? What a name, dude. You were also playing Wrath of the Righteous. Nice. This is my first time playing, so I'm very lost. Although I did play Kingmaker, so like I have some experience. Looks like a fun game. I'm liking it so far, yeah. So far, I feel like out of all the other CRPGs I've played in the past, this is the one that's been closer in controls and functionality to Baldur's Gate 3 than all of the others, but I also haven't played Rogue Trader. I want to play that. What class and build am I making? Titan Fighter, so two-handed weapons in each hand. Underrail. No, I haven't heard about it. Let me make a note real quick. Underrail. (2015) by Stygian Software. Huh. Post-apocalyptic. Okay. You've piqued my interest. I'll look at that later. Classic gnome Titan fighter? No, I'm half orc. They're making a sequel to it. A gnome? Yeah. Just this tiny guy wielding massive thing. So I've got like a two-handed glaive in one hand and a Earthbreaker in the other, I think. Looks like you know more about warfare than any of us. Oh, am I hearing things, or did someone finally acknowledge my competence in the arts of warfare? Perhaps there is a sufficiently open-minded person among the Crusaders after all. I find myself pleasantly surprised. And then I immediately attack. Why don't you join the Crusaders and show them how fighting should be done? No, I'm a historian, an analyst, a theorist. Do you know what these three words have in common? They describe a mortal woman who does not participate in the conflict upon which her thesis will be founded. But then again, I will hardly be able to describe this mess as anything other than a feeble likeness of the last war of Jiska. Jesus. You've come a long way. I like to think of myself as an inhabitant of Galarian, and I don't narrowly identify with any country in particular. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. It's not like bickering in a dirty tavern was the height of my aspirations. So yeah, I've got a two-handed glaive and a cold iron earthbreaker. And then I have another two-handed masterwork greatsword, just as like actually two-handed. So far it's working out okay. Alright. Now we finally get up here. Who's Hylor? Tall, athletic man greets you. His hair is prematurely gray and shorn close to his head in a military style. He's lean and well-groomed, has a monocle, twinkles coldly in his eye. The bold set of his jaw and his large but agile frame attest to here is a man who is always ready to be on the move. Venture Captain of the Pathfinder Society. How apt. I'm the superior officer among Pathfinders in this region of Mendev. However, the Society is running almost no operations here as of now. Besides me, there are almost no Pathfinders here. Actually, I'm only stuck here because of an old feud with a demon worshipper known as the Spinner of Nightmares. Had to work alone without the support of society, but I've made a lot of acquaintances among the local mercenaries and daring fighters. You need any good fighters for an honest cause? Talk to me. Tell me about your confrontation with the Spinner of Nightmares. Sounds so brutal. All this talking. It all began with the task of the Pathfinder Society. I arrived in Neuroscion with my team to investigate the sudden death of a famous crusader, Baron Falren. We soon focused on a small hospital for the wealthy, where Falren was being treated shortly before his death. It turned out that a gang of Baphomet's cultists, calling themselves the Labyrinth of the Mind, had gotten a foothold at the hospital. They were obsessed with twisting the minds of their victims and targeting fragile people too weak to resist. The hospital was filled with perfect victims, isolated for weeks from the outside world, completely helpless. And when they returned, they were different. Almost normal. But the moment they heard a certain phrase, something dark awoken in their minds, and they transformed into servants of Baphomet, ready to lie, betray, and even kill. The Labyrinth of Mind was prepared to infiltrate the elite circles of Mendev, but Baron Falren stopped them. He was too loyal to his oath and too resistant to their spells. He fought for his freedom until the strain broke his heart. We opened and cleaned the city of Baphomet's pit of vipers. Their den was a cradle of sin and filth. They cast spells on each other, and their loathsome fantasies stepped real from their minds into the world. They dreamt of horrible and forbidden things, and they fought like mad. We burned the place to the ground and slaughtered everyone we could, but the leaders of the cult were able to flee, and they were set upon revenge. They abducted my daughter Lowry, who served under my command in the Pathfinder Society. They left me a note full of tart insults, mockery, and sneers. From that note, I learned the name of my enemy, the Spinner of Nightmares. A few months later, I confirmed that she was the leader of the Labyrinth of Mind. My hunt had begun. I would get Lowry back at any cost. My companions and I need good training. I will get a great mentor from Absalom. For the first few times, he'll train your fighters free of charge. Oh, retrain. I'm curious as to how much of a retraining this is. Does this allow me to change classes? Or is this just like you go back to level 1, essentially, of your chosen class? I'll have to think about that. Hey there, during the march through the dungeon, we never got a chance to exchange a proper greeting. It's high time I shake your hand. Irabeth said your friend, Jaina Aldori, is missing. Do you know where we should look for her? Irabeth is worried about fighters. You go back to the recruit level for companions. So essentially whatever level they were when they joined my group. Like their default joining level or whatever. And I guess for me, it just resets me completely. That would make sense. I want to look for Jana myself, so I didn't... Wait. I wanted to look for Jana myself, so I didn't distract you. But since you're in this too, I could use some help. For the KC. What is KC? Knight Commander. That was some really good chicken. Nice. We had turkey sandwiches for dinner. Jana and I met in Canabras a few days ago and just hit it off. We went drinking together. We went to that unforgettable celebration together too. But we got separated in the crowd. So we should start looking from the main square. That's where I last saw her. Jana's a good fighter, and even if she's green, she couldn't have become an Aldori otherwise. I hope that means she's alright. My player character. Okay. What do you think of what's going on in Canabras? It's complete chaos. It's lucky we're here to handle it, right? Does the way I talk bother you? I know I can seem blasé. Many good people, and our protector Terendelev died here in Canabras. A paladin of Iomade is expected to be properly respectful and solemn. But I prefer to face my troubles with a smile and a bit of common sense. Grief is a weapon they'll use against you. It can undermine a warrior's spirit. It's better if we hold off on grief until we've driven the last demon and cultist from the city. Yeah, if we want to win, we can't be mourning and our deceased day and night. Plus, joy heals the soul. It's nice when you and your commander think alike. Oh god, he's going. I'm letting him cook. Let me tell you why Underrail is the most favorite game of all time. Cyberpunk, interested, and and post-apocalyptic game that takes place underground, and it uses its setting to make it hella unique, and the dialogue is either fun or interesting. There are 20 different types of weapons, all feeling unique because of the feats and crafting. Crafting in the game is broken and fun. Broken good or broken it doesn't work right? Stealth is surprisingly great for a non-stealth focused game. You can use 4 psionic schools being metathermics, psychokinesis, thought control, that's 3. Oh, and temporal manipulation. And you can ride jet skis with weapons. I mean, awesome. Metathermics. Jet skis? I know, dude. What is metathermics? Is that like heating and chilling stuff with your mind? Psychokinesis, I know what that is. Thought control and temporal manipulation. Okay. Slowing and speeding up time. It's pyrokinesis. Okay. Fire and ice spells. Okay, so it's what I thought. Hot and cold. Interesting. Plus ice kinesis. That would be cryokinesis, I would guess. Is fighting demons all you want, or are you looking for something more? How about covering myself in glory and becoming the hero of 100 ballads? Or at least a dozen if they're lively ones. Anyway, to be more serious, the area around the World Wound is the best place for a paladin who wishes to defend the weak and serve good. Being part of the crusade is reward enough for me, but there's something that worries me. I don't want to sound like I'm criticizing my brother in arms, but the Eagle Watch and other orders are focused on just one aim, the war against the World Wound. That's why they can sometimes overlook the smaller things, ordinary misfortunes, you know? I always liked being a wandering knight, because any moment I could get up and go help a poor rat folk whose family had been kidnapped. Words, man. Or an old woman whose favorite dog had gone missing. So there's my answer. I don't have some big important goal, but I'm happy to help those who need it. A little bit here and a little bit there. Psychokinesis is electrokinesis with telekinesis. Okay, that makes sense. I'd like to know more about you. Ask anything. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Thank you for speaking with me. What is this? A book. Right. I'll just take it and read it in my inventory then. Oh. Oh. The Spinner of Nightmares lets out a fiendish... Oh, okay. It's about the Spinner of Nightmares. Try to read this real quick. Oh my god. It's longer than I thought. Yeah, I'm not reading this out loud. Trying to see if there's any information in there that's important. Shut up, Lucy. Alright, let's talk to Irabeth. Any success? How is the city? I have not left the tavern, actually. These ward stones, what are they? They're our greatest treasure. They shield... Sorry. The shield given to us by Iomade herself, and placed in Canabras and other Medivian cities and fortresses by her herald. The chain of wardstones forms a protective barrier that stops the expansion of the world wound and keeps the demons from moving beyond its borders. I shudder to think what will happen if the barrier falls. What is our main objective? You heard what the demons said. They're going to desecrate the wardstone and blow up the whole barrier around the world wound. That would be an even worse disaster than the world wound's expansion from the Second Crusade. Not only Canabras, but every city with a wardstone would be destroyed, including the capital. We can't allow that, no matter what. We will retake it, even destroy it if we must. Iomede's gift must not become a weapon. Alright, I gotta go. I already talked to you. Alright, let's look at my journal. What do we do? Oh, my lord. So much stuff. These are not level indicated. Go to Horgus's mansion with Camilla. I guess we'll start with Gwyrm family secrets and maybe spies in our midst. Check those out. There should be a way to get across the rift, so find the way across the rift. Keep an eye out for Janna Aldori. Okay. Alright, let's get out of here. Woof. Basement. Exit the area. Oh no! There's more stuff. What is this? Place has been sanctified. It can protect the area around it from corruption of the abyss. Whoa, what is that? Look what we've got here. A gem golem. Talking a little too fast. Yep. Slow down. Don't, just as a hint, don't give me hints. If I'm gonna miss something, I'd rather miss it. There's a puppy. That being said, I also like fully explore everything, so.
Head on.
I'm relatively thorough. Dorn Vane? Oh, that's what's his name's brother. A new face in the city. You've picked a good time to come to Canabras, as you can see. We're in sore need of warriors. Oh, he's got wares as well. Sick. What have you got? All kinds of armor. Have I decided on my mythic path? I don't even fully understand what a mythic path is. Living ram. I like to give him helpful advice and then I actively ignore the advice to spite you. I have done that before in the past. Yes. Like, oh, if I go here, I'll get this thing. Cool. I'm never going there ever again. It's how I've slowly trained people to stop telling me what to do. Man, this guy has got essentially everything. Holy shit. Calm down, bro. Cold iron ammunition? That's sick. Cold iron sawtooth saber? What the fuck? I think I'm going... Like, I don't really understand what Mythic Path is because it seems to just be based around alignment for the most part. Ew. No, I wouldn't. Alright, what armor am I wearing? The breastplate. Let's look at your armor options here. Armor of Vigilance. +1 leather armor. And then +4 bonus against sneak attacks. Nice. Banded mail would be her. How much money do I have? $16.85. My alignment right now is chaotic good. And I'm trying to stick in there a little. Heavy shield. Does she have a heavy shield? She does. Buying armor and stuff is kind of useless, generally. You get drowned in equipment pretty easily. I don't know what any of that means, but cool. Let's talk to Prestidigipainter. Happy to be of service. May Shellen brighten and vivify your day. What are you? I'm a Prestidigipainter golem. Many millennia ago, I was built by Azlati clerics of Shellen, the goddess of beauty, to make the world a better place. In my joyful service, thank you. Woo! In my joyful service, I have visited many lands, and for the past few centuries, I've resided at the Temple of the Sunrise Chrysanthemums, in Tianji. He's saying things I don't understand, chat. How'd you end up here? I was in the Tower of Estrad Museum, and then some non-beautiful people came and started smashing everything. I asked them to show restraint, and that's when they decided to steal me. After all, I am very beautiful and valuable. They dragged me down the street, but I didn't want to go with them, so I kept stopping. The least beautiful, my kidnappers threw me over his shoulder and tried to run away with me, but I am very heavy. So his back made a not beautiful crunching sound. He started yelling, and everyone else started yelling. And some of that yelling was directed at me. And then they started hitting me with their non-beautiful weapons. And then some good crusaders drove them away and brought me here. And now I've been lumbering with you. Waste of good metal. And instead of working, I'm supposed to keep an eye on you so no one is tempted to walk by the walking treasure trove. Can you do anything useful? My creators granted me the ability to place illusions on various items. I can change their color and texture to make them more beautiful and appealing to the eye. Would you like me to cast an illusion over your armor to make it green? Green is a very pleasant color and would match your eyes. I want you to cast an illusion on my gear. Happy to be of service. Select an item to change appearance, then select the item to transfer its appearance from. Oh, they've got transmog. Is there a cost associated with this? No, apparently not. Well, that's cool. What a neat little transmog option.
I lead, you follow.
Oh. Oh, I got you again. Ooh, a tiefling. Sick. Woljif. Oh, I guess those were all together. Yeah. Okay. Just a shield on a wall. Sure, I'll take it. Or if you're just gonna let me take all this shit, yeah, I'm gonna take it. Are you kidding? What do these do? Okay. Unidentified helm. Alluring charisma. Grants its wearer +2 enhancement ability to charisma. Bonuses of the same type usually do not stack. Am I the highest charisma character here? 12. 15 on her. Does she have a helmet? She does not. Alright, we'll give her +3. Why not? This is giving me 5 hit points, right? Yeah. Oh, have I learned these now? +2 bonus on damage rolls against swarms. Oh god, I forgot swarms were a thing. Fuck swarms. +1 morale bonus to attack rolls. Also a +2 on damage rolls when mounted. Did I bring the bracers with me? Nope, I guess I put them in storage. +5 hit points. What's more useful to me, charisma or hit points? I think hit points. I get beat up a lot.
Onwards!
Hey, Chief. Hey, Dreamboat, come over here. I want to talk to you about something. Something really important.
Quit bothering the decent people in here, Woljif, or I'll knock your teeth out!
It's pronounced GIF. Woolgif.
What's it to you, Delvin Dum-Dum? You were told to guard me, and I'm not stopping you. But no one told me I had to shut my trap.
Who are you?
Woljif. Woljif Jeffdo. I deal in useful things. I can get you whatever you want. Anything. But there's just one problem.
Why are you in chains?
Does it really matter? Don't get hung up on the past, Chief. Don't look to the future. Live in the here and now.
He was caught thieving.
What do you want from me?
I'll lay it out for you. Simple job, 30 minutes tops. We go someplace, talk to someone, and in return, whatever you want, I'll get it for you. Some extra rations? No problem. Armor, weapons, scrolls, you name it. It's as good as yours. If you need my help with something, whistle and I'll be there. I'm handy enough with knives too, and even my magic know-how isn't too shabby.
What a load of guff! If you were good at magic, you wouldn't be stuck in here now, would you?
Don't you listen to him, Chief. He'd find fault with the Queen herself. I'll be useful to have in battle, and I'll sell whatever you want at a reasonable price. It's your lucky day. You won't meet another gem like me in Canabras.
What was that?
Get me out of here and I'll tell you. And don't worry, it's not contagious.
How can I free you if you're chained up in there?
That's easy. You know Irabeth? Feisty looking gal, always wears armor. You can't miss her. She's the meanest fighter in the whole city. When you see her, put in a good word for me, will ya? Tell her there's this guy Woljif locked up for no good reason in the Defender's Heart. Well, for the follies of his youth. And he really wants to get out on bail so he can keep up his good behavior and make a contribution to society. You got that? Will you do it?
Okay.
I knew I could count on you. Knew it the moment I laid eyes on you.
Well, I know where she is. Oh, and I can pick up my bracers as well. There's a kitty in my room. Zero out of 10 cannot pet the cats. Literally worthless. +1 morale bonus to damage rolls against demons. Let's give that to you, shall we? Zip. What's her name's over here? There's a chiefling chained up underneath. What can you tell me about him? Woljif is a petty thief from a gang of thieflings operating in Canabras. That's what we call them in these parts. They tried to rob a vendor of magical items recently. Fortunately, we apprehended only one of them. The rest managed to escape. We have nowhere else to keep him apart from the Defender's Heart, but that's hardly a prison. Woljif knows it too. He's been begging us for days to let him go free or have someone vouch for him. He's already asked you put in a good word for him, hasn't he? If you want to recruit Woljif and put him to good use, go ahead and take him off the guard's hands. We can ill afford to let a soldier spend their days watching over a middling thief. I hope the tiefling proves useful should you decide to take him with you. Okay. So, now I go talk to the guards. Tell them to give me access to the dude.
Well, Chief, what do you got for me?
I've decided to make you part of my troop.
You must be a smooth talker. Come on, Delvin, get these bracelets of yours off me. I'm going free.
You're sure to regret this. This tiefling will fleece you for everything you've got. Mark my words.
You're a bitter little man, Delvin. Petty and mean. You can't even be happy for me, can ya? I pity you. I'll leave you alone with your sad little soul. So long. And now, Chief, straight down to business. You see, I'm one of those guys that people around here call thieflings. We just call ourselves the family. After we knocked over that shop and I got stuck here in the Defender's Heart, a little bird told me that Big Sister Charisme wanted to see me. That she had some questions to ask me. You following? Now, she won't be asking me questions like, Woljif, how'd you manage to get out of this one? Or, Woljif, you're so thin, didn't they feed you? No, something serious has gone down, and I just know they want to try to pin something on me. I can feel it in my tail. So, I knew right away that I couldn't go alone. You turned up just in time, Chief. You don't need to do anything when we get there. Just stand behind me and look mean, and I'll handle the rest. Somehow. Let's go, I'll show you the way.
Well, this is great. Nothing bad will ever come of this. And he's gone. Alright, what are you? Eldritch Scoundrel. Perfect. Level 3. I don't get to level you up, though. Yep, Mythic Path is grayed out. I don't even know what that is. We'll worry about it later, I guess. I've had a couple of dialogue choices that have said Mythic Path, but I didn't really pay super close attention. I don't have a ranged weapon for you, do I? Just a singular dart. Cool. What does a feather on that mean? It's just lighter than normal? No? Weird. Oh, copy to spellbook. Aha! Oh, look at this. Any of them that I have more than one copy of, might as well. Oh my god. Woof. Huh. Grease. Let's go with Entangle. Level 2. They're moderates. Lesser restoration. I guess she'll be our healer for now? Seems kind of weird to have like a shaman healer, but whatever. Oh god. Okay. Move with WASD. Yep. Because I can't cross the scar. Market Square. Okay. You failed to sneak past enemies. Prepare for a fight. Oh no.
Yet another obstacle.
Where are they? Oh, they're behind us. Where's this guy? He's over there. Do you have a ranged weapon? You don't. Maybe I can get you some mini crossbows or something? Get murdered.
I'll cut you wide open.
Cover me, all right?
Oh, that's my dragon, bro. I was like, what the fuck? All right.
Call me again if you need to.
No, no, I'll tell you everything. Just don't hit me. I never stole nothing. I just joined the thieflings. It was all them back there. They found an underground passage to the Great Garrison, where they've been nicking stuff out of there ever since. Low-down thieving tow rags, that's what they are. But I had nothing to do with it, I swear. Brother Gord, is that you? Woljeff? I thought they pegged you, I thought you pegged it in Erebeth's jail. An underground passage to Great Garrison? Tell me more. Right, so the temple around here, the Temple of Iomade, has a cellar, and the passage leads from it right to the Great Garrison. The thieflings, my pals, damn lot of them, have been using the passage on and off to sell all sorts of things to the soldiers in the Great Garrison. So when the demons burst into the city, we thought we'd check up on the Great Garrison to, see how the soldiers were faring, and to offer our assistance, of course. Don't give me that look. That's the first I'm hearing about it. Thieflings keep secrets from each other, too, you know. Are you afraid of me? You're one of those crusaders, ain't you? You lot hate our guts, the thieflings, I mean. You lock us up and do worse to us. But I'm not a thiefling, not really. Who are you? Just an honest guy who's fallen in with some bad folks. The thieflings, the local thieves around here, they forced me to join their gang, but I didn't want to. Just don't hand me over to Erebeth, valiant crusaders. Please, in the name of all the gods there ever were. Gord here is a new addition to the thieflings. So far, he's swiped around 5,000 gold. He's got a long way to go before he catches up with me. They made me do it. I'll let you go, but you have to pay me first. I'll give you everything I got, just don't kill me. 112 gold. Okay. Can I help you somehow? Yeah, please let me go. Alright, get out of here. Cheers for letting me go like this. I'll remember you for 100 years. I'll name my firstborn after you. I didn't even tell him my name. How's he gonna do that?
Save the last one for me.
Attack rolls on that guy.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
You crossed the wrong mongrel.
Reduces AC.
Die!
A light crossbow. That sounds like a good idea. Can you use a javelin? You can. Um, they're running. Is there a hole in that fence? There is. Okay. Where'd the guy go? Oh, there he is.
You won't survive me. Move out.
Okay, it takes me back over there. Okay. Oh man, this is a big area. That.
Head on.
An illusionist.
Endure this.
Hello. Just a straight up marauder. awesome.
Let's hear you cry.
I'm only attacking with a single enemy there. Or with a single weapon, I mean. I should be attacking with both. I have -1 on both? Why? I had +4 earlier. Weird. Oh, don't worry about that.
Make every strike count.
Alright, illusionist down.